Hey guys, Gao821 here with another Transformers video review. And today we're going to be looking at the Transformers Dark of the Moon Voyager Class Ironhide. The first figure we saw, the first Dark of the Moon figure we saw as a prototype. Here's Ironhide in his iconic, if you could say that, his GMC top kick mode. It hasn't changed one bit. It's the same solid, nice black. I like this version, nice solid black truck with nice transparent blue windows. I wish they put windows in here, sadly, but as you can see here, this is blacked out. I don't know why they did that. I guess cost-wise, maybe. I don't know. But you know, he's a nice looking truck. He got the nice GMC logo here. Got the nice accents here for the turn signals. Nice bumper, very nice solid black. You can see the texture in there. You can see it's separate pieces, not painted. It's molded plastic, so it really does add for that effect of a real looking truck, I guess. Nice wheels, although they pop off very easily, and I don't quite like that on mine. They really rolls very well. There's not that much kibble, as you can see. You can only see this here, but other than that, there's not that much robot kibble to see. It rolls very well. Nice tail lights there. Nice Autobot logo. It's molded in. It's molded and then it was painted, so it's very nice. Then of course you got that same textured look with the rear bumper as well. And then you go to the truck bed, which it's robot bits. It's the bottom of his foot, effectively. So I'm not a big fan of the truck bed. I like the old one better, but it's okay, I guess. I mean, from the side it doesn't look too bad. Like from the side of the old one, here. Well, we're talking about the old toys. Let's bring them in. Here's the Recon Ironhide, and here's the Deluxe, Deluxe Hunt for the Decepticons Ironhide. And as you can see, size-wise, there's a big difference between the original Voyager and the new Voyager. That's a pretty big size difference. I mean, if you look at the thing, I mean, it's just bigger. It really is bigger. I'm not a big fan of that at all. Maybe I'm just saying it's bigger because this is the Recon Ironhide and this is not the true original Ironhide. But if you line them up perfectly, there's about 1.5 inches. That's still going on with this guy. But as I was talking about the truck bed, as you can see, this truck bed here is pretty messy looking. It's not the best. This one feels more realistic because it goes down more. But this one I don't like this one. I like this truck bed more. For some reason, I feel it feels an Ironhide thing going on with them. So this guy's pretty big, and there's a pretty big size difference here, and that's mainly because of the Mech-Tech Weapon, which is his gun. It's this gun doesn't appear in the movie. It's just gimmick-wise. Get the Mech-Tech tab there, and then you got a port up here, and then this whole silver barrel thing spins, and you push it in, and it's a pretty good Mech-Tech Weapon, I guess. You can push it in, and you turn this little knob here, and that hold on. It's hard to do sometimes. There we go. There we go, and that will lock it in place. But it is hard to get it to catch because if you can see in there, the black tab in there, when you turn this, see how it moves? That's what holds it in. You turn it, or you push it and you turn it. And it's hard to get it caught in. It takes a while. And I don't see the use of pushing this in, I guess. I don't ever see the use of it, but I do like this Mech-Tech Weapon. It's very nice. You get the really cool yellow in here that moves out with the thing. And another thing to point out, this blue bit that goes all the way through that pushes, it's not all solid one. It's not all one solid piece. As you can see, when I push this piece in, very little, it moves out more on this piece. As you can see, it's not part of the same. They're two different pieces. As you can see, I push little in here and more of it moves out here. See? It's not the same piece. And you can see that because this is not a full piece either. You can see in multiple areas how this is not attached to this. This is not attached to this. So, if you can see that, there's a difference in the amount I push in. So, just saying, I thought that was kind of cool. You got a nice black on here. Very nice silver barrel. I like that. And that spins very freely, so You got the full thing. You got the whole thing going on there. And of course, you can plug it in here. I do not like this Mech-Tech port on top or the ones on the side. I wish Hasbro could have constructed Mech-Tech ports into like the wheel or that's stupid. The gas cap. That would have been nicer. And they come in a spring panel. I don't like this at all. I mean, it's just a protrusion out of the top, and this just makes it look worse. I don't know why they decided to do this. I just don't get it. I really don't. But another complaint about the vehicle mode is that this hood piece doesn't seem to stay in very well. It just sits down and doesn't tab anything, and you can see the separation in there. It doesn't stay in very well. Nor did this panel or this panel. Actually, no, that panel stays in okay. It's this panel here, and it's the whole top section of the car, and it splits. It just comes apart a lot. It's not held together very well. And I would say the best version of Ironhide here, out of all three, is surprisingly the deluxe. Simply because of its movie accuracy and just it's like just no kibble. There's no I don't have any problem with this one at all. The truck bed, as you can see, is very nice, very flat, and it goes down. It looks amazing. This one goes down, but it has robot bits. This one doesn't go down, but it's flat. So this is like a combination of the two. So this is the best version of Ironhide that we're going to get, except it's not your ideal size. If you want a full-on movie collection, it's not your ideal size, but it is the best version of Ironhide that I have and that I will ever have. So let's get these guys out of the way. And let's get this, there we go. So Ironhide, you get the nice whole exhaust things here. They go out to the sides. As I said, Mech-Tech port, nice rims. Like the rims, they're not black, they're gray this time. So yeah, here's his very cool, nice pipes under here. Sadly, you can't clip 3mm ports, or not more ports. You can't have the clip-on weapon system as the Recon Ironhide did. It won't work anymore, so that kind of sucks. So overall, it's a very, very good figure. I am happy with it. There are nitpicks about it, but not enough for me to totally change my opinion of this figure. Okay, so to transform this guy, what you want to do first is you can go ahead and grab these panels here. You want to see them separating. Separate them and just pull them out like that. Loosen that up. You have to get the tab past here like that, and get it past like that. And these are on ball joints, just so you know. This piece can move down. This is the whole leg assembly. You can see his crotch piece in there. Go ahead and split the legs and bring them out like that. Oh, it's hard. There we go. Here's this torso bit right here. So you rotate the legs, some ratchet joints, and bring them down. Same here. And that one step, I had a lot of trouble in figuring that out when I was transforming him into car mode. I had a lot of trouble in trying to figure out how to get these legs into the proper position for truck mode. So just saying, if you guys are having trouble, you may want to look in depth into the directions. This abdomen piece will clip down like that. And then for the legs here, I do like the legs on Ironhide. They're not as thick and hefty, but they're pretty nice. They're very well articulated. Go ahead and split this piece here. It's a really tight tab. Oops, sorry. It's a really tight tab, actually. It just tabs in. There's a tab here in the hole there. Untab that and fold it up against into the truck bed. And once you do that, you can go and detach it like that, and then bring it down like that. And you can already see it's his foot, like I talked about earlier. Then this piece will come up, and then there's that same hole will tab into a tab right there. So wrap that around, and I'll tab in, and there you got one of his legs. Okay, sure. And then you got the whole thing going here too. Untab, up into the truck bed, foot. This piece will come up, and this will wrap around and tab in like that. There we go. There are Ironhide's legs. And then for the arms, which is probably my biggest gripe with this guy. Actually, first, I'm going to bring this panel up and back. See his head up there. Go ahead, bring this whole section back. See his really nice looking head. Grab the bumper and just pull down like that. And you bring it all the way down. And you can go ahead and get his arms out like that. There we go. And while you're doing that, there's a little tab right there. And there's a hole at the end of the bumper right there. and you rotate this bumper around, and that will just clip in nicely, like that. Same on this side, just go ahead and rotate, plug it in, like that. And there you got his arms. And now, here actually comes the cool part. These truck pieces tab together like that, but you want to untab them. And I view this as automorph, actually. You just push this piece in, and the whole thing just collapses, like that. And then that will reveal this slot tab here, and that will tab into this tab right there. And I'll fold it down. Actually, just rotate the arms around. Bring the head, actually, you want to separate these pieces. Bring the head back. There we go. Now this will tab in, like that. To get to tab in. There we go. It is hard to tab it in, and it comes out very easily. Just to let you guys know. And if you have this figure, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Wheels, they're on the swivel hinge. Just rotate them into his chest. Just like the movie! And these pieces here, these actually will fold in, and there's a hinge here that'll fold it in. And I'll talk about these back panels just right now, actually. And I just go and position his arms. And there you have Voyager Class Ironhide in robot mode. He looks great. He really does look great. I mean, other than his arms, he looks amazing. He looks very lean, very athletic, very, I would say he doesn't look exactly badass anymore. He looks more like a bounty hunter than a full-on infantry soldier. His head sculpt is very nice. If you can see that, it's the best head sculpt of Ironhide that we have, and it's very well articulated. You got the full 360, you got the up and down. It's very nice, very nicely articulated. Paint app still fantastic. You got the nice silver or gold on here with the black, and the black is a separate piece. So when you get the thigh swivel, it's a separate piece. So that looks kind of cool. You got the whole knee bend, the double hinge knee bend here. The foot is on a pivot right here. The foot's on a pivot there, and then it's on a total ball joint, so you can get really dynamic poses into this guy. I mean, if you like spread his legs out crazily, his feet still stay flat on the ground. So that's pretty impressive to me. And I love articulated feet. Arms, you got the weird joint up here in his shoulder is here. As you can see that his shoulder's down here. You got the weird, really long forearm, and then you got the ball joint here with the swivel. So that's really weird. There's no waist articulation. You get the whole head thing. So there's effectively that's his articulation. And for an Ironhide figure with the problems I'm about to tell you, it's pretty good. It's hey, come on, man, don't fall. There it is. It's a pretty good Ironhide figure if you have a major problem with this guy or the deluxe. So let's talk about the arms. As you can see, the Hasbro stock photos show the arms down here, and that is the way they are supposed to be according to Hasbro. His shoulders are below. His shoulders are aligned with this belly button effectively. If that's his belly button, his shoulders are pretty much down there. I don't like that. Hasbro could have done better. That's all I'll say. Hasbro, I'll tell you right now, Hasbro, you could have taken the tab out that attaches the arm to this panel here, and putting that tab on the back of this wheel and had his arm come out of the wheel. That would have been so much better. It would have been just like the Recon Ironhide. It would have been just better. Right there on the spot, I told you guys a better way to do this. Now to cope with this horrible shoulder syndrome, I like to bring this piece up a little bit and just have it facing down like that. It sort of fixes it. Actually, it really does fix it. So you can, it's almost as if he doesn't have problems with his shoulders at all, except he's constantly having his fists and pointing downward. But I guess that's sort of like an Ironhide-y thing to do. But, I mean, yeah, he does look great. I mean, you got the weird abdomen piece here that doesn't quite tab in very well. Actually, it does. If you like, it actually does. Just like P.L. said, it holds in very, and then now it's untabbed. It's not the best tab system at all. The best tab system is Deluxe, because the Deluxe actually tabs in and it holds it. The Voyager doesn't tab into anything, and that just sucks. You got the really nice gold in the abdomen piece here. Really nice gold in the face, you can see that. And just an overall really nice looking Ironhide figure. I mean, even I'm going to probably modify this guy. I'm probably going to take a link out of one of the Scout class figures and add another link in the arm, so that this piece becomes a shoulder, and this becomes the protrusion for the shoulder, and then the extra link will become the actual bicep, and then this will become the forearm. So I'm probably gonna start doing that right after this review if I have the time. Oh, and also this windshield piece can actually be moved down, so it can actually, like, it doesn't have to be up, it can be down. And then for his back kibble, not a lot of back kibble. Again, very impressive. I like this. I like this look. Very nice, very clean, very badass. Just badass looking look. It's I don't like his long legs, and the way to do that is I sort of bring it. It's on a double hinge. So I like to push it down a little bit, and I like to bring this piece forward, and that sort of adds a little bit of stockiness to him, I guess. But then it gives him that weird backward bent legs, which I'm also not a fan of, because enough movieverse Transformers have that syndrome. But that still looks pretty good, but it makes his legs look tiny. And it makes him look very top-heavy. Ironhide's a very top-heavy figure. Very top-heavy character, actually, as you can plainly see. Also, another gripe is I'm a sucker for movie accuracy, just like you guys know. I'm a sucker for movie accuracy. These car bits are supposed to be wide, like more down. They're supposed to be more down, and the ends here are supposed to meet down here, if you even know what I'm talking about. And of course he doesn't come with his cannons this time. He comes with, in the movie he had pistols, but Hasbro decided to give him this Mech-Tech. Thank you, Hasbro, for the awesome weapon. Really good, really successful looking line. Mech-Tech port on his arm, and Mech-Tech tab there. The tab can tab in here, and you can tab stuff in, or you can take the Mech-Tech port and plug it in, and he can shoot crap. Like that, except he can't point forward, he can only point sideways. Try to make him point forward, the whole thing just comes apart. You can point sideways and you can fire. But I don't display him with this, it's just too big. Too big. Too big for me. Let's fix this thing, came undone here. There you go. As you can see, he does come apart fairly often, especially, I just wish they constructed his chest a better. I feel like they rushed this guy. I really do. I felt like they just, oh, we got to come up with another Ironhide figure, but I don't want this. We don't want the same crap that we sold to our fans. So we're gonna come up with a new one in a week, and this is what they came with. And it's actually not bad, but they left the major important parts out, like the shoulders, the chest, the legs, yeah, and the weapon. So. I do like the legs, though. They're very nice, very long and lanky. I'm not a fan of the lankiness, but I like the look of them, I guess. I mean, if you look at them in a nutshell, they're very Ironhide-y. But again, the best version of Ironhide is still the deluxe. And now for the back kibble, which I've been talking about and diverting myself from talking about it. Right now, this is the way Hasbro wants you to display your Dark of the Moon Ironhide if you decide to buy him. With his wings out. That doesn't look bad. It doesn't. He's packaged like this. But I think it looks more Ironhide-y, quote from Pia, to have him like this. And that's how I display him. And they're on ball joints, so if you don't like them at all, you can just pop them off like this. Ah, like that. And that just makes it. And then that just actually that doesn't look too bad. Let's see how that looks. Like that. Oh, buddy. Oh, sorry, move the camera. Like that. That doesn't look too bad. Actually, it doesn't look too bad at all, but it does really a weird looking back. So I do like to have these on, just for the sake of the Transformer. So there we go. Like that. So this is Ironhide. Great looking figure, it has flaws. He has flaws, but it's not like, I'm not saying this is a bad Ironhide. It's a good Ironhide. And if you're not totally crazy for the movieverse, I don't recommend picking this guy up. But if you're a big Ironhide guy, I mean, you love the character, you love the whole concept of him in the movie, I'd say go ahead and get him. I'm not stopping you. But again, if you're not crazy about him, I don't recommend him. He's not really a necessity to have in this line. I would say, Leader Sentinel's a necessity. Even though it's not the line, Battle Blades Optimus Prime is a necessity to have. Like, that's a great figure. I recommend that one to everyone. But this guy, I mean, he's just, the Mech-Tech Weapon kind of ruins his whole character. I do wish that they gave him his 2 pistols that he had in the movie, or 2 rifles, whatever. But alas, you know, Hasbro needs to work on their stocks, and what other way to fix their stocks is with Mech-Tech Weapons. Okay, now for size comparison, here he is with Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Bumblebee. Oh, that was weird. A little bit bigger, and Hunt for the Decepticons Battle Blaze Optimus Prime. And he's actually a tad bigger than Battle Blades Prime. But then Prime has more plastic on him, so I guess you could say Prime is bigger. But you got the whole Mech-Tech thing going on that makes him smaller, so I guess he would be bigger without Mech-Tech, so, I mean, yeah, I mean, and of course he's a little bigger than Bumblebee, but these 2 Dark of the Moon, these are good scale. This is how Dark of the Moon is scaled. This is out of scale, so, and of course you get, he's a little bit taller, he's lanky. That's the right word, he's lanky. And of course, I came up with a cool thing. You could take Bumblebee's blaster, and if you were to get 2 of these, you could permanently glue them open like this, or latch them open like this, and then take this piece off. This piece just snaps on. And I watched the movie a couple times, and this looks exactly like his rifle in the movie. And if you were to give him these rifles, that looks exactly like the rifle he had in the movie, and that looks very cool. That looks in scale. That looks great. If you can't agree with me, I don't mind, but that looks like a totally Ironhide weapon. That looks like something he could wreck shit up with. So, just saying, I'm gonna leave this figure on. Let me get these guys out of the way. But so in conclusions, I mean, you know, if you love Ironhide, get him. If you don't, then you're not really missing out on a lot. You're missing out, but you're not missing out on a lot. I mean, so there you have it. Transformers, Dark of the Moon, Voyager Class, Ironhide. See you guys.